All right, hey, Shalom Akim, Wa'ak of the elect of the nation of Israel, giving all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Ba'kakodash. A double honor to the apostles and elders at Great Millstone, the men that taught us 100% truth according to the Holy Scriptures. Shalom to the Israelite foreigners scattered amongst the heathen in these last days. These last days, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, who make up the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel. Hey, we're out here, man, with the brother Matthew Zayan.
Hey, shalom, shalom.
We're out here, man, out of state, just, doing a walk and talk, okay, at the park, okay, and, in high elevation through the spirit, man.
Okay.
And we're going to just, flow in the spirit. Let's see what comes out, man. Earlier I made a video going into how, E, which E is symbolic, of course, of Esau Edom, he's been shutting down, okay, various enterprises like Walmart, Target, doing a bunch of test runs, okay, for what? For his so-called device, okay,
Yeah,
that
Lord.
device. Yep. You speak with?
Oh yeah, kind. And with the mention of that, you also got Eve going into that one store, and where you see he got Karagma centers. So me and the Ike were talking about going into what manner of person you ought to be, knowing that hey, all things gonna be dissolved.
Yep. And those things are going to be dissolved, man. Those are the elements, okay, the elements that you see, in the periodic table. When you go to, high school, you get taught in science class about the periodic table. You see gold, you see silver, okay, and these are the elements that are going to get, dissolved by what? By the ICBM missiles, man. But before that happens, okay, one of these major prophecies has to come to pass, and that is the implementation of the RFID microchip. So when you go into that word microchip or mark in the Greek, Revelation 13 and 10, it goes into karakma, karax or grapho. Okay, and what Esau's going to try to do, he's going to try to display this graphos, at the forefront, for you to take, and that goes into Revelation 3 and 10, the hour of temptation. Esau's going to tempt you, to take the RFID microchip, whether it be on your left hand, right hand, or on your forehead, man. And without that, you can't buy or sell. Meaning you don't have the power to go to and fro, and make moves, run errands. Like right now we're doing errands for go to Jack in the Box, drive-throughs, and then now drive-throughs you go to Walmart, you buy, or if you're a owner of a company, you sell. But it's gonna come a time where if you don't have this graphos, you won't be able to do that, man.
You're gonna have to make a decision.
Yep.
And before you can ever make that decision, Yahweh Shai is gonna have to make it for you. Because you don't, hey, Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, what he leads our steps.
Yep.
And so that's why it's important for us now more so than ever to what? Stay in the spirit. Be
fervent.
Be fervent in the
in the
faith.
spirit. When you go into that word fervent, it goes into heat, like meaning fire, man. Your spirit has to be in fire. You can read that in Jeremiah, the 28th chapter, man. Okay, Jeremiah spoke about, his bones were burning like unto a fire. He felt the spirit, and he has to, bring out the truth, man. And that truth is what? It's prophecy.
And what is the spirit of prophecy? Testimony of Yahweh Shai.
Yep.
So, hey.
The testimony of Yahweh Shai, Revelation 19 and 10.
Yeah. The testimony of prophecy is the prophecy, the testimony of Yahweh Shai, Salaki.
Yep.
And knowing that, you got to move a certain way.
Yeah, and it tells you that in the book of 1 Samuel, the 18th chapter. Part of moving a certain way is moving wisely, man. That's why Yahweh Bashim Shai, told David that he was a man after his own heart, man. Okay, you got to behave yourself wisely, and behavior, man, goes a long way.
Yep. Because hey, Yahweh Shai can judge you just off that.
Yep, meaning not walking wisely.
And then, the way you treat brothers, the way you are towards this truth, the way you walk once you turn off this camera and your lesson is closed off and no one sees you.
Yep.
When you're alone in that room, when you're alone in at that work facility, see if you're using wisdom.
Yep.
Moving a certain way, having that contrite spirit, being humble, doing things when no one sees. Because hey, that's how your Yahweh Shai is gonna really deliver you from the things that are getting ready to come upon the earth. Because it's not gonna be pretty. And you're not going to want to get caught up in this shit. That's why we're mentioning, Walmart getting ready to what? Turn shit off and practice that that blacked out situation.
Yep. Test runs.
And yeah, test runs. There you go.
Yeah, because ultimately, you know what Esau's getting ready for is the mother Edomites who are going to start, you know, sending those EMP missiles, you know, and those electromagnetic pulses. What that happens when Esau sends those electromagnetic pulses to Babylon the Great, okay, that's going to start shutting shit down, man. You know what's going to matter of fact, you can see that in the movie World of Roads with Tom Cruise, bro. In that movie, they show you how, okay, when the so-called when that thunder, you know, landed in, I think it was in New York City, everything stopped working, even the clock, the cars, the engines, the phones, television, okay, and that's going to happen to Babylon the Great, man. Everything's going to be shut down. And then that's when Esau's going to start, you know, making his moves.
And that's when judgment is going to be really pushed out hard and heavy.
Yep.
And the only way you're going to be able to get saved from the things that are going to be able to, like, the only way that you're going to be able to get saved from these judgments that Yahweh Shai going to send forth is what? Is if you have that tawab.
Yeah, the tawab.
The tawab.
That's in Ezekiel, the main chapter.
And how do you get that tawab? Hey, you read that in, what is it, the book of Corinthians? How you move, nor effeminate, nor adulterous, no, you know, just walking as a man of the Lord.
It's like real quick, because you mentioned that word effeminate. When you go into that word effeminate, it actually means soft. So you can be soft in the spirit, man. Okay, if you're soft, you know, part of being soft, man, is if you get rebuked.
Yep.
You get rebuked, you start getting your feelings.
Emotional and shit.
That's an example of being an effeminate. Okay, and being effeminate will not give you access to the kingdom of Yahweh Bashim al-Shai.
And being effeminate is not wanting to come out here and do this what? Not having that faith and be, no, I'm scared, I don't want to go do this, you know. Hey, that's being effeminate, because when Jacob's trouble actually cracks, you think it's going to be daytime all day?
Hell no.
You think the sun's just going to be up all day? Look, it's gonna get nighttime.
Sure, you're going to see fucking animals that you've never seen before, bro.
Hey, but if you have that faith, the scripture says what? That the beast shall be at peace with thee?
Yeah, the book of Job, the 5th chapter. It says that at famine and the social thou shall laugh, and even the beasts of the field shall be at peace.
Hey, there you go. Do you have faith in that? When you read that, do you actually believe that? Do you actually that's what I was mentioning. Once you turn off this camera, once you turn off this lesson, once you shut everything off and you're in that room alone, do you actually believe the things that you're hearing, the things that you're reading, the things that Yahweh Shai is sending forth to you? Do you actually believe it? Because, hey, when this thing actually starts to happen, this is what we're going to be doing. You know, me and the Ika, I know, I really wish the camera can get a glimpse of this, but
we're in 7,000 feet above sea level.
you kind of see it right here, you know?
You can hear the crickets.
Yup. This is
pretty much nature, bro.
Yup, and what does the scripture say? We're going to be pilgrims upon the earth. You see this trail? When Jacob's trouble hits, we're not even going to be on trail. We're going to be off trail, going into straight wilderness.
So you might be sockless.
There you go.
Why sockless? Because after you go number 2, bro, you're gonna have to use your sock.
Hey, also that Matthew's I think Matthew's the 6th chapter that goes into that. Take no thought for what you shall wear, what you shall eat.
What you shall eat.
Yup. So when that time cracks, you're not gonna be just, let me just pack up a bag real quick and just get my stuff ready to go out.
Yeah, because that bag could be stolen. And the only thing you're gonna have is just your faith. Okay, Isaiah 33:6. Your wisdom and your stability.
Wisdom and knowledge.
Wisdom and the stability of thy tongue. And strength of salvation, the fear of Yahweh. That's his treasure, man. So yeah, you gotta, you know, invest in this truth, man. How do you invest in the truth? Yeah, you read, you know, you pray, charity. You know, covereth a multitude of sins.
You know, you look out at the brothers. You know, you behave yourself good in the eyes of, you know, good in Yahweh Shai's eyes. You know, because you know he thinks good just means being a good person. He thinks
opening the door for you.
There you go.
Is being a good person.
There you go.
Saying good morning, you know, good afternoon is being a good person. Nah, it's not about that, man. You know, being a good person is being a good servant. You know, when you go into that word servant, it means to serve. It's like when you go to a restaurant, you know, you sit at the table and then you have the hosts or you have the food runner, okay, that they serve you. They serve you what? The food that you need out of that menu.
Come. Hey, so, you know, you have anything else to bring out?
Yeah, that's pretty much it, bro. You know, like we spoke about, you know, the hour of temptation is coming. You know, we're seeing these runs, okay, all throughout Babylon the Great. Matter of fact, real quick, also 4 days ago, bro, we went where? To Kohl's.
There you go.
We went to one of Esau's enterprises known as Kohl's, man. And everything was, you know, 80% off, 90% off. We saw the gold, it was all taken.
Yeah.
The only thing you saw was just you know, small, minute, you know, silver. You know,
but when it came down to the gold, like the actual all that physical gold, I'll say the one year was to melt down and process it to actually have physical currency, all gone. And there's a reason for that, because these Edomites and just people in the world, the Lord's touching this place, so they're starting to understand. Oh, things are actually getting bad. America's not really what it seems to be.
Yeah.
Babylon's really. Hey, we would have saved Babylon, or we would have healed Babylon.
Jeremiah 50, Jeremiah 51.
But she's not healed, so let's all go our own way.
Yep.
Because they know there's no coming back from this shit.
That's why you see a lot of heathens going back to their countries, man. You got Moab going back to their country. You see Ammon going back to their country. Elam. Matter of fact, like 2 days ago, we went to the mall, bro, and we saw Elam, one of these Elamites. She looked hella sad, bro. She looked sad. The guy looked sad. He looked depressed.
Ooh.
But the heathens are depressed in America, man. That's why they're all gonna try to go back. We're gonna see a lot of heathens who aren't gonna make it and are gonna get destroyed here in America, man. That's the judgment.
This place is through, and these people sense it. We sense it.
Yeah, you can feel it, bro.
Yeah, you can feel it. But what do we? We feel it. We feel it. Your house is getting ready to redeem us.
Yeah.
We're getting. Hey, the closer we get to the end, the happier we get. And that's why you see these people in the world, the closer we get to the end, the more depressed they are, the more they feel down, the more they're like...
Well, there you go real quick. When you go into that word depressed, when you break it down, it means deep rest. They're at deep rest, and when you're at rest, you don't move, bro. Meaning you don't have no power.
You understand?
And their only power, their only hope is what? That RFID, that Quran. And that's how they're going to make their moves, because that's why, Esau has something known as the Great Depression.
Kind of.
The Great Deep Rest.
Ooh.
The Great Reset. And when you're at rest, you need a reset, you need a recharge. And that's when the Quran is going to be displayed at the forefront. You're going to have to make a decision, man.
And that's the spirit that you mentioned that, because what did that Edomite look like? They all look tired. They all look through.
Yeah,
so when Eve comes in with this great reset,
then they're going to recharge.
They're going to recharge. They're going to feel better when they say, oh, okay, now I took this Quran.
Now I'm able to make moves. Now I'm able to, sell more goods and services.
Yep, just for them to take a nuke to their house.
And the reason why a lot of consumers, especially Jay, they're not buying from the heathens, because they don't really have cash, they don't really have money, they don't really have a job. Okay, so that's gonna make it worse, man. That's gonna make the economy collapse. Low jobs. That was a cherry, bro.
Me too.
And I just seen the thunder, lightning right there on the left, bro.
That's the spirit.
Yeah, that's the spirit too, man. Ever since we got here, it was like August 1.
Yeah.
It hasn't stopped thundering, man. It hasn't stopped. It rains. There's like a certain thresholds every other hour, man. But there's lightnings. That's an example of Yahushua, man. Isaiah 29:6, how the Lord was gonna visit this place with thunder and tempest and earthquakes, man. And the flame of devouring fire.
Ooh. And we gotta get ready for this. That's why what manner of man they ought to be in all holy conversations.
Yep. That's also in Sirach 39. It goes into in the JNT version. It says, "Be amongst intelligent men."
Ooh.
Okay, those who study the law of the Most High and the testimony.
Because the scriptures also say that these science so-called or falsely so-called, because the real intelligence is from the
First Timothy 6:20.
Pseudo
Science.
And that's what these people in the world deem as what?
That's what they worship, bro.
Knowledge.
They worship like the brother Shemach says in our camp, catfish knowledge. You go into catfish, it means like a scam, bro.
Yeah,
it's like when you go real quick,
you got it?
When you go to, let's say you have a Facebook, and then on Facebook you have this new friend request, and it's a beautiful chick. You're like, damn, she looks fine. She has some sick ass pictures, whatever. And then you meet her in person, and she's catfishing you, bro.
Yeah.
She ugly, and that's an example of the RFID microchip. Yep. It's gonna look like pseudo. It's gonna look enticing.
Look pretty.
But once you take it, you're gonna feel like
scammed. You're gonna feel scammed.
It's a fucking catfish, bro.
Yep. Hey. And he runs on scams. We can have that testimony first.
Man, we have a lot of testimonies going into that. That's for for another lesson.
Yeah, that's for another lesson. But the point being is, how do you feel after you get scammed? At first you went, "Oh, this is nice.
Yeah, it's enticing. It feels good."
But it's false. So once you take it, you're like, what the? Hey, then it says you're gonna have a sore what is it? Is it Revelation? Revelations.
Or thrust through also.
Thrust through, but it says they should have a pain. It's like a pain once to take it.
Oh yeah, like an everlasting pain.
There you go.
Well, that also goes into Genesis, the 3rd chapter, when that serpent told Eve, "Thou shalt not surely die." Ooh. That's enticing. They're like, "Oh, I'm not gonna die. I'm gonna be, I'm gonna get the knowledge of good and evil." And what happened after she took the knowledge of good and evil, which goes into Esau's philosophy, what happened? She started feeling bad about herself, guilty.
And that's how people are gonna feel when they take this Quran.
You're gonna be feeling in sin.
You're gonna be feeling condemned 24/7, which is knowing that you just took this thing. knowing that there's gonna be an ICBM missile getting ready to be shot at you. Why? Because you weren't walking as you were supposed to be walking.
And that's the prophecy of Daniel, bro. 12th chapter. It says how, that's a spirit, bro.
Okay.
It says how a lot of Eves and Jakes are gonna have everlasting contempt. They're gonna feel ashamed.
Yep.
Shameful. They're shameful spewing.
Because hey, these brothers have been bringing it up. Brothers have been walking a certain way in person.
Yeah.
You can see out them. You can actually, you're able to go back home and for your friends, people or so-called friends, just acquaintances in the world, going to Walmart, doing just things. People can see how you move and treat brothers. Hey, the scriptures say that you should know.
You should know my disciples by we're paraphrasing by the way they move.
There you go.
And also you shall know them by their fruits. And examples of fruits, is doing the work, man. Doing your videos, reading, being charitable.
Yep. Having a certain behavior of yourself.
Yeah.
Having a certain way that you move and interact with people, the way using, because this word is more than just condemning Esau.
Yep. Way more. Matter of fact, condemning Esau, that's just step one, bro.
It's more than just spiritual powers. It's more than just because those things, of course, they're big, but it's more than that. It comes with the whole. It changes your whole way of being. The scriptures put off that old man.
Yeah, put off the whole man. Yep, the old man.
Yep.
Put off from day to day. Or then the judgment of Yahweh will come upon you.
There you go. So you go off. What do? Oh fuck! I messed up. You pray, and what do? You actually change it. You change it about yourself. You don't go back and keep doing it and keep doing it and keep doing it. After a while, you're just gonna seem as one of those. Back then, how we used to have we used to do sacrifices. What would we do? We know we're about to go off, but it's okay. I'm just gonna go sacrifice this lamb real quick.
Well, there's actually a quote in the world, bro. I think that's in one of Netflix called The Peaky Blinders. But one of those quotes says a mistake repeated twice is a decision.
There you go.
So if you make a mistake once, that's fine. But if you make it twice, that's ultimately a decision that you're making, to pretty much condemn yourself.
Come. And of course, it's a step. It's a step. Of course, you're gonna fall a couple times. It's a step. But the point being is, you can't let these things constantly overtake you, and that's why you gotta walk a certain way. You gotta move.
That's right, bro. It says, "Let not thy sins wear you down."
Yeah, wear you down, because these sins are tough. It's gonna take you maybe more than 4 tries, 5 tries. 7 tries. Just a complete number. So but the point being is, you change yourself about that.
Yep. You got to change your mind. Romans the 12th chapter. It says, "But be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind, that you may see what is profitable."
There you go. You're trying to come into this truth. Trying to be a what? You're still trying to gang bang. You're still trying to indulge in folly.
Or push your black culture.
There you go.
Chicano culture.
Yeah, exactly. Push things that aren't forwardable to the spirit, profitable to the spirit, and what we actually need. And that's what we do. That's how we move, because what? Yahweh Shai put the spirit on us to, change.
Yep.
To put the spirit on us to actually transform ourselves.
And how do you transform yourself? The scriptures, man.
Yep. The washing of the word.
Yep. Psalms 119:9. How shall a young man change his ways? By taking heed thereto according to the word. What's the word? Yahweh Shai. When you read Wisdom of Solomon, the 9th chapter, the word is a lamp. Like it says in Psalms, Yahweh Shai is a lamp unto my feet. And without that lamp, you can't walk, because you don't have no light, bro.
And what is the truth likened as to? Oil. And what happened